Indianapolis, Indiana. It's been in business for about 38 years. We kind of started with a guy with a pickup truck and a power washer doing commercial good cleaning services at one point in time, $800 in a dream, that kind of opportunity. And we've grown to a company that goes across the country, but mostly in the East Coast and Midwest. And we decided that the best place for our headquarters to be is Indianapolis, Indiana. So I'm actually from the greater Lafayette area, and my wife is a local business owner around here. So I'm essentially the local representative for Nell Budd in this area of the state. So we've been handling commercial kitchen cleaning, fire protection, and wastewater service for the last 38 years, like I said. And the reason why I stopped by last week is to talk to the county to see if there's an opportunity for us to help you with any of your fire protection services. So that includes things like your sprinklers, your alarms, your exit lights, anything that goes along with fire protection, and whatever the process might be for that to be in a place to bid for those services. The two things that we do best is number one, bring great value, and number two, we have a pretty good price. And I know those things are important parts of what you do as well. So technology is a big deal in what we do. You've got a lot of information right there. The important things in fire protection is to be compliant. Obviously, that's a big deal, following all local fire codes and NFPA codes. We try to keep down your overall spend by combining as many things as we possibly can, by making good decisions as far as when we send trucks out and where the charges go along with that, and putting it in a place where we can combine a lot of those opportunities, so we're not just popping in here over and over again and adding to charges that you might have. So the technology part of it that really helps out a county or whoever we work with, and this is the opportunity for me to name drop a little bit who we work with, right? So we do everything for the city of Indianapolis, including their fire department. We do all the inspections for them as well. We work with all of the RVs in central Indiana, which is a pretty decent size account in a different area. We do Pentagon, which is a nice little place out east, and we also do Air Force One. So some contracts small, some contracts large. You know, it's really all about the services that we do and the level of integrity and the technology that we bring to the table. So I keep talking technology. Part of that is just having that transparency in what you do. A fire protection service is something that everybody has to have, and a lot of times you don't see your guy, you just see the tag's been changed, right? One of the things that we change in how we do things in this market is everything is based on a web portal that you can easily get into. Everything's time date stamped, everything's GPS located. So you know when your person from Nell Budd shows up to do whatever service at whatever building, right? We take pictures of the before and pictures of the after, so you actually know that the process was done. If you're supposed to take a sprinkler head off, you're supposed to look inside there's a picture of that, so you can actually see the service was performed. And everything's done within a contracted or expected period of time. So if something takes a little bit longer, that's on us. It's not something that should be a surprise to the county that you get additional charges for all these other things. So we do installation work, though probably the county doesn't need a whole lot of that, but we do a lot of repair. And then obviously all of the services, inspections that go along with that, whether it's exit lights, fire extinguishers, every single thing that might go along with fire protection services. So another Nell Budd difference that we have that really is a differentiator in the market is we do a lot of additional training. So all of our folks that are doing fire work are NFPA certified in some way, shape, or form. Everybody who works for the company has been there more than a day, right? And we know that with some of our competitors. You get plumbers hired off the street to do the work, and they're doing the job, but they don't necessarily know exactly what they're looking at. So we try to bring the best quality people here to your county to be able to do the best job possible, and for you to get the return on your investment, which is peace of mind ultimately. And on top of that, what we generally do if we get folks interested in the process is to do kind of a detailed walkthrough to get all the information on all the different systems you have, your inspection intervals, see if everything's currently up to date and where it stands and how many items you have. And then we'll run the numbers to see if we can save you some money. So, and that could be anywhere between 15 and 30% from what we've seen in Indiana so far. So, which could be considerable over time. There's a lot of inspections that have to be done, so.
Doug, you got anything like that going on in your building?
I know Renico comes and does a lot of our
Local contractor? I think it does the jail. I think the jail's done by Ace. I'm not sure who does the hood.
Right.
Carroll Manor would be in
Carroll Manor. I think they all got their own independent contractors that they use.
Sure.
So you say you can probably bundle us up and save us money?
Yeah, quite a bit, actually, typically when we put that together. Obviously, a lot of these will be under contract within a certain interval, and we'll keep that in mind as well. But what we wanna do is to make sure that we can tighten things up as much as possible as far as time, you know, cause obviously you just don't have time for somebody to wander around, and how much money we can save you, so. When we did Indianapolis, that was a long bid process, obviously, and they were happy to jump on board with them, just because we had so many things that were going for us as far as response times, the number of people that could come out and handle a bigger job if it had to happen, the level of certifications we have. We're ISO 9001-1005 certified, so we truly had to have a process in place there. And we're the only company in our industry that actually has that level of certification. You know, we just bring a level of professionalism, and like I said, the transparency, and you wouldn't have to worry about this as much for a county government, but imagine, you know, an ownership that might own a restaurant or a warehouse or something like that. Fire marshal comes in, and to be able to dig into your online portal and show all the work that's been completed in your inspection reports all right there, it's a nice addition to the whole thing. So, very cloud-based type of thing to put you in a place where you're truly in compliant, you know where to get your information. And again, price is good, so, and we definitely can compete on that with all the different services you have at your different buildings.
How long would it take you to go through all of our places to give us an estimate?
Depends on how many places you have, but within the next couple of weeks, probably.
Mike, what do you think? You back here looking? I mean, we got what, probably 2 or 3 different people doing it.
You got what, the 3 ambulance garages, the manor, the sheriff's department, the courthouse, transfer station.
And consider if you have any vehicles that have fire extinguishers on there as well, you know, that might be another.
That'd be all worth
It still
it.
needs to have fire protection.
Highway.
Yeah.
Highway as well, so there's 7.
Did you talk to someone that requested for you to come today?
Not at all, actually, I came in the door to talk to folks to see where to start, and they said this is the place to start, and your folks are in the know,
No, I
so.
was just wondering if the courthouse guy had asked you, because I was gonna have him be here, but
How many counties do you do at this current time?
So we do mostly counties on the east coast as far as a county goes, but as far as, you know, we do the entire city of Greenwood, we do the entire city of, we do part of Logansport, we do the city of Indianapolis, we do Maryville, we do LaPorte. We do some large school districts as well, so that's another thing that we tie into, like all the Noblesville schools, we do Butler University. It just, I mean, there's a lot of large and small accounts that we do. And it really, and the services are very similar, and, you know, the spends are all over the place, obviously, so.
Where you dispatch from for response time?
So we either dispatch out of Indianapolis or Fort Wayne, and we're putting together one that's in Maryville as well, so it's all about the same, yeah, hour.
So, we have an issue at my ambulance garage, how long is it gonna take you to get here to get it fixed compared to the guy just outside of town?
It'll take an hour, so, unless we have someone that is local with a vehicle, and that's another thing as well, so. You gotta imagine, just like police officers do, they actually take their vehicles home, so if there is an emergent situation, we understand that, we can dispatch someone a lot quicker.
Do you know if you have anybody in our area?
We have someone in Kokomo,
Kokomo?
and you have me. I mean, I can't do much, but I can certainly tell you where to turn it off and get somebody there within 20 minutes, so.
Doug, would you be interested in entertaining a quote? Sure. I'd have to have all my department heads. Huh? Our county department heads, I'm sorry, I say mine. That'd be correct.
I can give you those people.
Sure, I appreciate
And
it.
have them submit their bills compared to what we're paying now.
Is there anything at
People
Deer
like
Creek
that,
Park
yeah.
beside, inside the building there?
There's
that
probably
they
some
rent out?
fire extinguishers there, I would
Yeah,
hope.
there'll be exit lights, fire extinguishers, even if you don't have sprinkler systems, there's gonna be something there that's required to be inspected.
And the
on a
4-H
regular-
building.
Yep,
4-H buildings. Well, the one's leased out, but the other one is, the barns is ours, but the other one is leased out.
The barns are ours, the others
Yeah.
are leased.
And we leased them. Yes, Doug?
Yeah, I think just to be fair to our local people we've been dealing with, we ought to reach out to them. too.
Right, I agree. But I'm kind of a local kind of guy person, no offense.
no, so am I, you know, that's why I live one county over, so I totally dig, so,
Well, we're also getting ready to build a new big building too,
absolutely.
maybe.
You know, and that's, again, we're Indianapolis homegrown essentially, you know, and we keep our people local, we hire a ton of veterans, you know, it's just all about giving great jobs to good people. If you looked up Nelbud Services Group and you got a little information just on the web, it would tell you that we were voted the best place to work for 5 straight years. It's just, there's a level of integrity and really trying to hire the right people to do the right job, and that transfers over into the jobs that we do for you too. And we're so aggressive about our transparency and pricing, expectations. You're not gonna have some funky contract that goes up every, 5% every year, like we know a lot of our competitors do. We're just gonna keep it simple for you so that you can save money where you want to and really get the service that you expect, so.
How long will the contract last if we decide to go your way?
We can go 1, 3, 5, whatever feels good, it's just
Because right
one.
now, I think, you picked your own people, right? Because I think it would be up to the department head.
And there's 2 ways to look at it too, a contract is something where, obviously it protects both parties, but it's also something that it protects price increases too, so if there's something that's locked in as far as price, maybe the best choice for an individual entity or the county is 3 years, because as everybody else will be going up during that time frame, and you'll have that same price going across the board, so.
Beth, you have one?
Well, I just thought it'd be nice if I would send out an email to these department heads so they know that he will be contacting them.
Right, I'll go ask you to do that.
And then
Have them get
he
their
should meet
people.
with them instead of bringing all that, what you just
Right.
said, probably into the auditor's office was
Oh,
probably
you got
your
plenty of
other, other sentence, but then they could deal, cause they're gonna know more what they need than I. So I would think that you would meet with each individual.
Yeah.
We probably wouldn't need any of this until late November or 1st of December, so you'd have plenty of time.
Okay. Yeah,
Give us time for our people to contact who they're dealing with.
agreed, yeah. And again, I totally understand what you're saying about, wanting to have a local group of people to work with, and we are Indiana grown, so, you'd be shocked with the difference that you could have as far as the price, and also you're gonna get what you want to as far as the service, so, I really welcome the opportunity to at least show you what we can do.
So I'd like to know, you want the highway, the 3 PMS, and the jail, Carroll Manor, courthouse, the transfer station, and you want the 2 parks.
And you do 4-H money? No, not all of it.
Oh, that's buildings.
They use all the buildings?
No,
If we lease it, aren't we ultimately responsible for the building?
no,
They
Sheriff's
take
Department
into
probably got the most fire extinguishers in the county. But we can check it.
I don't know. Well, I can just say command.
I don't think there's fire extinguishers in the barns.
No, I
Might be a good idea.
But that's-
Is it in the
that's
barn?
just talk to the
But then-
commander.
Is it, right?
We do that too, we would go into a space like that maybe is underserved at this time and give you just a recommendation based on what code says, if it's not already there, like you need fire extinguishers in that space.
And we got the
We could bundle in
kitchen.
the price for that as well,
That kitchen at the 4-H building,
The junior leader stand.
yeah.
that kitchen is not leased. But
Right. Has that got a fire code in it?
I think it's got a fire extinguisher in it. It
Do
surely
you know who
does.
does that one?
That would be a Joanne question.
Yeah, that's why I said I would talk.
Just talk to Joanne, okay. Well, all right. Thanks, George.
Okay, I appreciate it very much, thank you.
Frenchwood Park is probably just a pavilion, I'm not sure if
Probably
safe to
need-
have one out there.
Probably needs a fire extinguisher, at least.
Because of all the campers, they've got a lot of squatters.
And you got my information to reach out?
Yes, I do,
Okay.
and I will include you on that email.
Outstanding, thank you very much.
Thank you. Beth, did you have anything else? We did the appointment, the council, the insurance, no additional business,
I believe so.
public input? All right. Next commissioner meeting will be October 21st at 9 AM. After that meeting will be a board meeting of the drainage at 11. Council meeting is the 17th, in which we just added possibility on, make sure Chairman Bill can be here October 28th at 4:30, joint session. That's pending on Mr. Chairman, Bill Brown. This time I entertain a motion to adjourn. I'd second that motion. All in favor? Aye.
Oh.
Great idea.
No, that was
Okay, so I will, I'll see what they say, because the ball is
All that farm to do now.
in.
Beating and banging. Oh, my goodness. That's your good.
Share that.
What's up, sir? Yeah, so it's that. You been talking to more?
As soon as possible, so.
I know who uses it, and they just. Sounds good. And, half of that stuff on there, I don't know.
I don't think it would make sense.
I don't think they currently, but like, we had our start, and then it's still just hang out there, then the code officials.
Yes.
Well, ours is gonna be, I mean, we're not really.
We want to